We continue with the Operation Encore reading of selective FBI files. This one is the Dallas FBI profile of Tawfiq Muhammed Salah bin Attash, also known as Khallad. And it's not going to be a very long video. We're going to read about the profile as written by the FBI here in Dallas. Tawfiq Muhammed Salah bin Attash, aliases of Salah Saeed Muhammad bin Yusuf, and also known as Khallad. His associates are Khalid al-Mihdhar, Fahad al-Kuso, Jamal al-Badawi, and Nawaf al-Hazmi. According to a source, Khalid al-Mihdhar held a meeting with Fahad al-Kuso, bin Attash, and al-Badawi in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Al-Mihdhar traveled with a person identified as Nawaf al-Hazmi, which is very possibly the hijacker Nawaf al-Hazmi. Now, the information originally came from the NSA. The NSA had planted, the NSA didn't plant anything. They had decrypted the phone that was used in a house in Yemen, in the capital of Sana'a. The house was owned by Ahmed al-Hada, and how they got this number was through a NSA decryption of bin Laden's satellite phone while living in the Sudan and in Afghanistan in 1996. The NSA found out that this number was a high-profile number and began listening to the phone calls incoming and outgoing to this house. And the NSA heard about a phone call between a person named Khallad and somebody in Malaysia, and then from Malaysia to a mosque in Culver City, Los Angeles, as we know as the King Fahd Mosque. The NSA then passed this information to the CIA, and the CIA took over the operations of this very important case. Travel arrangements were made to a Yemen facility, Telephone Blank, which belongs to an organization known to provide logistical support to members of the Egyptian Islamic Jihad and Al-Qaeda organizations. The facility also provided support to individuals that planned the bombings of the East Africa embassies and the attack on the USS Cole. Now, that would mean that two men would be responsible for either one, allegedly, as there's been no trial as of late. And one, I've interviewed the lawyer for this individual, a former counsel, the learned counsel, Richard Kamen, in his fantastic book, Guantanamo Bay, Tortured Justice, Guantanamo Bay, Abid al-Raham al-Nashiri, and of course, Fahad al-Kuso. Al-Nashiri was tortured so badly that his confessions can be seen as coerced. Now, we don't know if he really told the truth or not. Even if he did, would you believe it? Probably not. And you'd be right to do so. Thank you, CIA. How George Tenet was not fired over this. Instead, he was given the Presidential Medal of Freedom a short while later. As you can see, there's long redaction here. Al-Badami identified bin Attash as a trainer, one of bin Laden's training camps in Afghanistan. Now, Khallad may have been a trainer at Chaldean training camp, maybe. I doubt it. Or I'm not sure yet. Al-Nashiri is allegedly to have been a trainer at the Chaldean camp. Khallad, Al-Farouk or Al-Chaldean's, one or the other. And you can see his current known address, and there's nothing here. And then it says here, received blank, used checks to pay Desert Aviation in Phoenix, Arizona for aircraft rental fees. Checks were dated June 26, 1999, July 9, 1990, the amount of $500 each, drawn on a Wells Fargo bank account number blank. Also had a close friendship with Saeed al-Ghamdi. Saeed al-Ghamdi is the brother of Hamza al-Ghamdi. I think Saeed al-Ghamdi was on Flight 175, I believe. As you can see, that's the end of this transcript. Now, just to let you know that this is interesting, that Khallad, who's never been inside the United States, has a profile with the FBI. And it's only because the FBI was also given information by the NSA and CIA about those who attended the Malaysia summit meeting, but they were not given any photographs. And they were not giving any follow-up information. Why? That's a great question. Why not? And why is nobody talking about this? I don't know. But Khalid is a major league player. He's still in Guantanamo Bay. He also has a prosthetic leg that he lost in Afghanistan at the time, and is one of the 4 that has remained to be charged for Guantanamo for the 9/11 attacks. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.